Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Belle Collective Season 1, the last part of the reunion special, which I'm so glad because it's been boring, to me at least. As y'all can see, I have another pair of spectacles that I have on. I know there's a glare, but y'all let me know, y'all weigh in. Do y'all think these are cute or no? Because I think they're a little cute, and I have another pair. It's just darker. But it's pretty much, it's literally the same thing. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about those down in the comment section, because I do value y'all's opinion on a lot of things. And also, if you have not seen it already, please view my last video on the Black-owned business that I highlighted in this month, which of course is March, and it's winding down, and it's on the business Curl Daze, D-A-Z-Y-E. And they can be found on YouTube and Instagram at the same name, Curl Daze. Love the products. They smell amazing. In my hair right now. My hair is moisturized, feeling really good. And I should be receiving my last item in the mail tomorrow, which is a brush / comb. But anyway, let's go on ahead and get into this recap review. So they started where they left off last time, and they're talking to Kaylon, and she finally says what the blogger, was talking about, because I don't know none of the stuff that was going on, because I didn't, I kept forgetting to even look the stuff up, because I'm like, I don't care enough. I'm not invested enough, like at this point, because I'm like, is it that bad? Because if it really was that bad, I would have heard about it. And I am subscribed to several people who are in the business of uncovering and unearthing all of this stuff, but I haven't heard a peep. So apparently it wasn't that deep. But anyway, one of the things that had been said about Marie is that she is a fraud. She is defrauding the government, using PPE loans to her advantage and all of that, not using them the way she's supposed to. A lot of people have actually been getting into trouble lately about that, especially during the pandemic. A lot of people have been stupid about it, and they would have flown below the radar, very much so under the radar, had they not been making big, ridiculous purchases that don't make no sense. They really could have got over. Like, I'm not trying to get over on nobody. I'm just telling the truth. There are people who really could have started a small business, who were approved for these loans, but they sat up there, got the loan, was like, wait a minute, the money in my account, oh, y'all done went off, y'all approved me? Bought humongous homes, luxury vehicles, big old ugly bags. Like, I'm just like, y'all dumb. Going on vacations, doing ridiculous stuff, and now they done got caught up and they looking crazy and they are facing jail time. So yeah. If Marie has done any of this stuff, you know good and well it's going to come to the light, and it is going to be a problem, and she will be going to jail. So as of right now, I haven't heard anything, but Marie is standing in her truth, and she's saying that she is not doing any of this, and Egypt feels as though there would be no way that she would be willing to come on national television and discuss all this stuff, knowing good and well Kaylon has this ammunition, as she likes to call it, and she gonna throw this out there and ruin her. So yeah, she was just like, you know what, I am a business owner who runs a government facility. You know what I'm saying? This is a government facility. Why would I do that? They have to come in and go over my books and do all this stuff all the time. She's still up and running. Like, if there was an issue, then they would have been called her out on it, been arrested her, and did all this other stuff. So yeah, she's just like, I don't know what they're talking about, but whatever. So Kaylon was like, look, I did go to the blogger, and, I just wanted to have my ammunition just in case she came at me. And it seems as though she was trying to be ready just in case Marie came at Latrice and Antoinette as well. And I'm just like, girl, don't nobody need your help. Why do you think that you are the one who is going to be the savior, who going to come to everybody's defense? Latrice don't even know you like that, to my knowledge. So it's like, girl, you doing the most for somebody that you don't even know. But okay then. Anyway, yeah, she told my dad was gonna be her ammunition, and I'm just like, girl, bye. So, well, before we even got to that part, the first thing that came out was Letitia was talking about what was taken to the blogs was that her husband had a baby by somebody else. And so then, like, the next day after, Latrice told her that that's what was told to her, and she put on a three-way and all this other stuff, the next day it came out of the blogs that her husband had a child. The husband then said it's not his. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, because he likes to be out here thotting and bopping, but whatever. So anyway, so everybody done. Marita laid out on the sofa like everybody tired in their spirit. But anyway, whatever. So anyway, now the husbands have come out. Egypt wants to know, what's going on with Cedric, who is Marie's husband. Cedric did so much P. Diddying around everything that he needed to do. I was just so tired in my spirit. Like, when are you going to answer the question, sir? So anyway, he was like, oh, well, first of all, Egypt, I just got to let you know I love you. I just love you. And so she was like, okay, I appreciate that and I accept that. Oh, all right. Okay, you're doing the most, but all right. I'm just like, bruh, answer the question. She wanted to know where he was. Did he really go to Aruba and all these other places when Marie was sick? And Marie was like, she reiterated again that she was sick. She had gotten really sick, thought she was going to die some more. In 2016, he was nowhere to be found. He was telling us, I know that it's very serious that she has lupus. And eventually, after 5 million times of trying to redirect him, he was like, I'm always there for you. And I'm just like, but you didn't answer the question. You're basically saying, like, I can tell y'all right now, I'm there for you. That's basically saying, I'm there for you in spirit. Go get them. Go get them. Knock them out. Like, what? Were you there, though? Were you there? Like, let's not get into the him. Were you there? Like, I really wanted to bust out with the him real quick because he was doing the most. Because I'm just like, we need specifics because you trying to act like you don't understand. But anyway, want to know if he was there. Want to know what is going on. Are they still together? Y'all, Marie had to go and break down what their relationship is because she is still in a relationship with somebody else. So that's why everybody was confused because we was just like, ain't you married to him? I could have swore at the beginning of the season, she said she had been married to him. They got divorced. Then they got back together again. So I'm thinking that everybody, we all got it wrong. I thought she said they had gotten married again. But what happened was they literally were married, got divorced. They thought they was going to be able to work things out to get back together. They were on the road to getting back married, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. And I'm just like, I don't understand why you was getting back with him anyway, because it seems like he ain't never done what he was supposed to do. Maybe the sex was good or something because you had a baby to come out the situation and you keep holding on. I didn't understand what all the holding on was for. How the song go, holding on? It's very hard to do when love is gone. I'm not understanding. So anyway, it just got to a point where he just was like, well, Marie, you the star of the show, you the headliner. And it's like, Egypt just asked you a question. Y'all, he was tearing my nerves down. I was just like, are you going to answer the question or not? What's wrong with you? So anyway, they eventually, asked, was he going to stay with her? Are they working on things? He was like, I will always have, she will always have a place in my heart. And yes, we have a daughter and da 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 da. And I mean, he just kept saying that over and over again. I'm proud of her and everything she's accomplished. And like anytime they asked him a direct question, he just kept saying, I am proud of her and everything she accomplished. I'm just like, but that ain't what they asked you. Asked him, do you see yourself as a father figure for Jerez, who is her oldest child, that ain't his? And I'm just like, I'm tired. And he was just like, we don't have the conventional, we have a very unconventional type of family situation going on. And I'm just like, yeah, you ain't there. I don't understand why you're supposed to be considered to be the leading man in her life and you're not even there. She has like almost all boys, and you are not being a father figure to any of them, and you have at least one child that is biologically yours, and you are never around them. I can't. Like, I know y'all tired of me saying it, but I just can't. I don't know where I would have been if I hadn't had my daddy in my life, and I'm a daddy's girl. Like, I can't. It really disturbs me that almost all of my friends have trash daddies. They around and they would take care of everybody else's kids but them. And I'm just like, I don't understand. Now, we all are all grown now, but I'm just saying, they daddy wasn't ever there. And it wasn't necessarily they was on drugs, so they didn't know what was going on. In most of the cases, they were just like done, and they just wanted to hop from woman to woman doing what they wanted to do. So anyway, y'all, I just can't. Like, he just did everything but answer questions. I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was like, can y'all please be done with his segment, because he getting on my nerves. So then, y'all know, they wanted to know, what is the relationship between Marie and Essie, because everybody feels like they are lesbian lovers or whatever, because Essie has said that Marie is her soulmate and all of that. So eventually she came out and they addressed that. And of course they wanted to know whether or not he has something going on with his sexuality. And that was pretty much the only thing that he directly answered without skipping, hopping, and jumping and P. Diddying around. And he was like, yeah, I don't want to go into the specifics of that, but I only love women. I don't have no feelings for men. But yeah, Essie came out there and Essie was talking to them, and everybody wanted clarification on that. And she was like, yeah, I do love her, more than a business partner. She was like, I love her as my sister. And so Essie clarified the fact that she is a married woman. She got a husband and she good where she at. And no, it ain't nothing like what everybody thinking it is. So she was just like, look, I've been around her for a long time, and whenever her husband went around doing what he was supposed to do, she would come and fill in where he was lacking. And I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't know. Almost everybody thinks that they have a lesbian love affair going on. Nothing surprised me nowadays, so they could very well have that going on. So whatever. So anyway, all the husbands are out there now. I mean, they were already out there before, I forgot to say that. But yeah, all the husbands out there. So now they talking to Letitia and her raggedy husband, Glenn. And so they're addressing the child again. And, they're trying to make it seem like it ain't his child. And I'm just like, whatever. They saw the ring that she had on. She talking about, she was trying to get clarification about how their situation is so special, and she's known him her whole life, and he's the man who took her to her prom. And I'm like, I don't know why you said that like that's supposed to mean something. There's plenty of people who'd have been with somebody since they were kids, and they still get stepped out on and get tried, and babies get had on them. I know some amazing people that's happened to. Happens all the time. So I don't know why you said that like they were supposed to mean something. But anyway, she was like, oh, that's my best friend. And and I was just like, girl, bye. I can't. I'm not here for their relationship. He kept on talking about he want his yams. And since she has, had this newfound freedom, so to speak, he has to eat yams out of a can. And he like his yams fresh. And everybody know he like yams. And so Egypt asked her, was she going to have a real wedding renewal or whatever? And so she was like, yeah. And, wanted to know if there were going to be yams there, because he literally said yams about 10 times. 5 to 10 times. He kept bringing up yams. And I was like, boy, shut up talking about some yams. Shut up and shut up right now. And, he really was sitting up here trying to make it seem like, oh, well, I said what I said before because I just wanted her to know that I love her and that I wanted to be able to, have the attention that I was having before. Because, Egypt was like, yeah, I mean, I can tell that before you would go out, work, come home, and everything was laid out for you and you was just getting spoiled, but now you don't. So you got to deal with it. It is what it is. So anyway, now we moving right on to Latrice. They're showing all the little, backstory behind them and what they got going on. Want to know if they're going to have kids. Cliff was married once before, at least once before. Let me just say at least once, because I don't know. and they're talking to him and want to know if they plan on having any Clifforellos. And she was like, not right now, but she seemed like she want to have some kids, but he was kind of looking like all his kids in their early to late 20s. Like all of his kids are grown. And I think the youngest child lives with them on and off. So yeah, Cliff seemed like he ain't here for all that, but I mean, he might be able to get one up out of her, so we'll see. Viewers wanted to know whether or not he was the one who funded her business when she first got started. And she was like, honey, do you want to answer that? You can answer that. And so he was like, no, she the one who came up with the money for her business, and she had all that. And as the business progressed, I put money in it from time to time. And so that's what it was. So I was like, okay, do what you do. I wasn't concerned about it. And, of course, everybody wanted to know, how long they've been together, how they met. She said that it was just random. They met at a bar. She likes older men because dudes and stuff that are around her age, they are not mature. And she feels as though she's mature for her age. So she's always going to and has always gone for an older man. So that's just what it is for her. And she said she's a sucker for green eyes. And at that day, his eyes were blue or something. She said like that. But she said she was here for it. And I was like, oh, okay, do what you do. Yet again. So, yeah. I mean, if she like it, I love it. So they talking to Antoinette. And, everybody's commending her on her business, which is Mint. And people start getting into it. To make a long story short, people started getting into it, going back and forth. Letitia came out of nowhere and was talking about how Antoinette came for her husband and was flirting with her husband. And I'm like, don't nobody want to flirt with your husband? Don't nobody want your husband? I don't feel nobody up there would look at her husband and be like, ooh, as soon as she turned her back, I'm going to roll all the way up on him. I don't see it. Do y'all see it? Because I know I don't. But anyway. But yeah, she came out of nowhere and like everything she said. And then all of a sudden she was just like, and just like how she was flirting with my husband and flirting with Latrice's husband. So I don't know what happened. Something went down where Latrice and her husband got drunk and they had to ask Antoinette what went down, and something got misconstrued because her husband felt like something went down or something. I don't know what it was. And they asked questions and it got clarified. She said, she meaning Letitia, she said that she was waiting on her husband to come outside after the sip and see. Anyway, a sip and see is about babies. Like when, the ones that take milk, not no dental practice. But anyway, and she was wondering what was taking her husband so long to come out the door. And so she went inside trying to see what was keeping him. She went in there, saw Antoinette being inappropriate with her husband, meaning he had a drink in his hand. And so she was like, oh, well, I just want y'all to go home and have babies. And she had put a drink in his hand, had gave him some Hennessy and all this other stuff. Antoinette explained on the set that what happened was somebody was cleaning up. I think the dude who she had, invited to come, David, the dude she was dating or whatever, he was cleaning up and both of them were kind of helping to clean up. And so she gave him a bottle of Hennessy because she said she don't drink that. And she just wanted them to go home and try to have babies because she already know the situation is going on with them, and that she said that they were, trying to have another baby. And that's all there was to it. And nobody was trying to come for her husband. Wasn't nobody checking for her husband. So she didn't even understand why she came at her like that. But anyway, y'all, I just about blacked out when all this foolishness was going on. So now we at the end of the episode, and they're going from person to person, asking them, what they got going on and what's next for them and all this other stuff. And because of the supposed outpouring and showing of love by people all over the world, quote unquote, from Letitia, people are trying to, help in any way they can to help get the Ferris Street project off the ground. Marie says she gonna continue to do what she's supposed to be doing with her businesses, and that she is a boss, and she has all the stuff going on. Like I told y'all in the first part of this recap review, that she talking about she do hair extensions and stuff like that, and cosmetics, and I'm just like, when did she start doing hair extensions and all this other stuff? Like, I don't understand. She got a booking agent, and I'm like, book her for what? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, they asked Tambra, was she, gonna get married and have kids? Or is she gonna do her career? Which is she gonna do? One, the other, both? And she was just like, she gonna figure out how to do both. Antoinette was saying that, Mint Dental is happening now. It is literally open, and she's doing that now, and she is hopeful that she will be able to appeal to the Black people who are trying to get into dentistry, and she can be that mentor and all that good stuff to those folks. And Latrice is saying that her products are in retailers, and that she is still trying to get other things going too, and so everything is very successful for her. And at some point in time they addressed the Beyonce comment, because she refers to herself as Beyonce, the Beyonce of Memphis, or whatever she said, of Jackson, Mississippi. Excuse me, I wasn't trying to say that with no shade. I just legit forgot for a second that they were in Jackson, Mississippi. But anyway, they addressed that earlier, and they said that the people in the comment section have been saying, I don't know why she called herself that. Her and her husband are more like Cookie and Lucious Line. And so she said that she will take that because it's all right, and she likes them too. And I'm just like, girl, you don't understand that was shade, but okay. Anyway, they're cheersing to a good year and all this other good stuff, but whatever. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoy this recap review. I'll be back with the foolishness. Bye.